Just gonna make a quick video showing my fully automatic, well, mostly fully automatic. Well, everything's gathered fully automatic, I think. I do have some AFK stuff, but stick around, watch the whole thing. We got our first giveaway, so don't want to miss it. So, alright, let's fire this thing up. So, started off with a little island, nothing but ocean. That sand and rocky area down there was where I started. My very first bed right there was then I built a little cave, eventually turned it into a house. I lured some animals, had me a farm. It was all manuals. I had to go around, killing the animals and taking their, storing everything in chests. I had chests lined up of, different things I gathered from my monster spawner. I had to run out there and gather that stuff every so often. Then I decided to build a little sorter. Pretty small at first, just for enough items for the farms and whatnot, and the different blocks that you were getting mining, the stone and wood and everything. As I was adding onto my island of dirt that I was gathering, I decided I wanted a village, and I was going to build a castle. I was going to be a king of my little Minecraft world. But then I decided to make a few auto farms, which is what those are. I think my first ones there. It's a sugarcane farm and a pumpkin farm over there, pumpkin and melon farm. Added that to this order and just kind of kept adding. So let's have an overview. This is up top on the monster spawner. There's the village there, and there's my spawn point there on my island. That sand and rock out there. The original farm, and then way out there you got my fully automatic wheat farm. There's an AFK cow farm. I've got a fully automatic chicken farm, wheat farm, carrot farm, potato farm, another wheat farm, another potato farm. Back along the back side here, these are all melon and pumpkin farms. That's a bricked carrot farm that I built too close to the iron golem farms. Don't do that. This villager in here wouldn't farm. He just kind of stared longingly at the iron golem farm because he thought that was a village and that he wanted to get to. So I'm gonna have to tear that down. The rest of these are all there's a sugarcane farm down there, and some more wheat, or I mean some more melon and pumpkin farms. Another sugarcane farm way out there. Like I said, those two are iron golem farms. The villagers there think that's a village, so iron golems spawn on those platforms. There's actually two for them to spawn on. Again, that's not my design. I copied that identically from somebody else. You can do a search on YouTube and see how to build those if you're interested. Absolutely block for block copy. So it was years ago, so I don't remember, but like I said, I'm sure you can find them. There's another. So I do get quite, they're quite productive. They do take quite a while to build, quite a lot of resources, but well worth it if you plan to do a survival world like this. From my infinite village spawner there, I just they're automatically shipped here when I need them. I got everything kind of turned off right now. If I remember, I'll try to show you why. If you get too many of them going around up there, they'll clog it up and it doesn't work quite right. But this also I took from somebody else's idea. Now I don't know if due to update or what have you, but it didn't quite work right, so I did have to tweak it a little bit. I had to add another layer of circuitry up top to make it work just right. But if you've built this thing and you can't get it to work right, leave a comment. I'll show you what I did. But again, that's somebody else's idea. See, this is where the monster spawner drops. They drop down here. They're one hit away from being killed. And originally they died when they fell, and I was just gathering their stuff. But I raised it like half a block and made it so I could kill them with one shot. That way I would get the XP, and that way I could actually use the enchanted books and enchanted armor and whatnot, upgrade everything, you know, on my forge and my enchantment table. That all takes XP. So this is an easy way to get XP. So and then rails do come and still gather up the stuff, so I don't have to mess with it. Every now and again you see some of it ends up in my inventory. So what I do, I just take it over here to the sorter. I've got a little place here, just pop it in. That's it'll just take it up, sort it, put it in its proper chest. Any scrap metal that I don't need, pop in here. It smelts it and takes it to its proper chest. Scrap wood like old bows, and when I get an overabundance of saplings or whatnot, I'll toss in here, and it'll use that as fuel for the smelter. But this is the sorter here, you know, so all my iron goes in here, the little iron nuggets in there, iron blocks, watermelon slices all the way down. You know, I got some meat and carrots and melons, you know, on and on and on. All the non-stackable items get filtered out and thrown into these chests. They'll start here and work themselves across. Now, I've been since kind of commandeered these to throw some other things in and kind of help sort out some of the non-stackable stuff, but all these enchanted books and whatnot over here, records, just things I didn't know what to do with, but that's where all they end up. They actually come out of there automatically, so they don't choke up the system when they get to the end. They ended up there. So the reason there's a space in between them here is that's the overflow protection that I came up with. The sorter itself is common, and almost everybody's using a very similar version of this sorter. Mine is a little different. Like I said, I added this overflow. So once these bottom 3 chests are full and it starts to fill this one, everything gets dumped into here. So I can have up to 3 full chests, plus these hoppers behind them will be full. Before they start to overflow, they come out here, get put into this little dispenser, and shot out to sea, where they will eventually disappear. So whenever I hear this thing going, I can actually pop back here and be like, oh, I got way too many watermelons. I need to turn those slices into the watermelons. So I'll get on that here in a little bit. That way I'm not wasting all them watermelons. But so that's the sorter. Like I said, I didn't really need to. This is more familiar if you're the sorter that I built, where you got one row. It's alternating between trap chest and regular chest. That's why you can put them so close. But where you got the overflow protection, you need that extra row. But it was going to be huge, so at some point I was like, you know what, I'm not going to end up with, I can stop making torches if I end up with 2 or 3 chests full. So I don't have to worry about overflow there. So then you got this continues on upstairs. But that's the sorter. Again, if you want some more details, just leave a comment. I'll show you exactly how it works. Let's see what else we got. We got the right over here. Got my little squid farm. It's kind of my idea. Got a zombie pig man about to go down. Might as well show you how that works while looks like we got us one. He basically spawns, falls down into the water chamber. He ends up here where he gets surprised. There's a little timer that throws those blocks out, and then his gold nugget or sword or whatever he drops us ends up in the hoppers and taken back to the sorter. So that's how that works. So that's the squid. It used to be just for squid, but since the aquatic update, I'm getting some fish and everything else now. So uncooked cod. It's kind of cool. Basically, it's just a wall of sugar across the ocean. Underneath it, there is um, a little mine cart that just goes around in a circle, and it will gather anything that falls and dies there from impact damage, drops it in this hopper, and then shoots it down this line of hoppers and puts it, there's an elevator down there that takes it to a where it gets picked up by a minecart and taken to the sorter. Bet you couldn't guess that one. Over here is the slime farm. It's a multi-level double slime chunk farm. Basically, the slimes will spawn on these platforms here, and barely see them over there, but there's some iron golems and some random caves I built. Had to name the golems so they didn't despawn when I went too far away, but the slimes will spawn down here and get taken away by the water streams. Now, sometimes when they see me, they want to fight against the water. They'll eventually get swept away, but and then they come, they get swept here. The bigger ones, the lava will break them into smaller ones, and then the smaller ones will get swept into this little drowning chamber. After a few seconds, they will then be turned into slime balls, which will drop down into the hoppers and carried into this elevator here and taken up by minecart to the sorter to be put into their proper chest. And that is the slime farm. Again, not my design. I just happened to get lucky that my spawn chunk happened to be right next to a slime chunk, and so I just built it here and tied it right in. And really, that was just kind of what I was trying to do here. I was just really wanting to put as many as these automatic farms into one spot, and then put it into a sorter, and that's what I've done. So if anybody is aware of some more automatic farms that I don't have here, please leave a comment, maybe a link, whatever. I would like to add everything. I want this thing, especially since the update. I mean, I don't, to be honest with you, I don't even know what is available. I mean, I don't even know what new mobs there are. I mean, a few of them I've seen. You know, I've had to defend myself against a few of them. So that's about it. As you can see, pretty much everything goes back to. I don't have to manually gather anything. Everything ends up back to the sorter. So let's kind of show you the drop off. Kind of right here. That's kind of right this from where I dropped off my sorter downstairs, where it comes up here, feeds into there, and that's where the sorter begins and takes everything around. These carts, all the carts come back, like this one comes back here, and we'll launch that one. So that one's unloading. This one comes back here, launches that one. It goes and grabs stuff from there, and those farms, from the Iron Golem farm, brings them back here. And again, same with those two. One comes back, it sends one off. So they're using each other as kind of like the switch. That way it gives them time to unload. Some of these farms, like all that row of melon farms and whatnot back in that direction, those are all hard plumbed in and come right up through here. But everything ends up in the sorter. So I did promise you guys a giveaway, so let's get that done. All right, guys, time to get this giveaway done. So we're going to choose between our commenters and our new subscribers. Got a list here, and we are going with our very first subscriber, and who happens to also be our very first commentator, Warrior Wolf. DM me, reach out to me. You have won reservations for lunch next weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, at world-renowned Café del Comedor. So get a hold of me for your lunch reservation details at Café del Comedor. That is Warrior Wolf. I believe I'm saying that right. So, like I said, DM me, email, or you could maybe just yell. So, thanks for watching, everybody.